competitive internships are really exciting because they have them all over the nation.
It's really like wide ranged, and you can really find something you want to do related to your majors.
Great. You actually get housing and food for free. It's paid for you when you do a competitive internship.
I think it would have been really hard to support myself for the whole month without having the stipend and the housing paid for, because I would have had to probably take a part-time job and couldn't have devoted everything to the internship.
You know, maybe if I had eaten ramen the entire time, I could have survived without the stipend, but without the housing, I think it would have been impossible.
And so you're competing with other Hollins students for the internship, and it's competitive because it's a really sweet deal.
There's really nothing to lose. You're only in there, your internship for 4 weeks, so it's good to experiment and try something different that you're not sure if it's a career path.
We're very lucky to have such a program here at Hollins University, because at a larger school it's a lot more difficult to have access to it, and we have really close relationships with our alumni, so we're fortunate they're able to sponsor us.
Very fine at the very basic level. You know, they make the internships happen. They are the ones that sponsor us. They take us out to dinner. They took us to plays. They're just very involved, and they want Hollins students to do well.
I think it's amazing that we have the alums that are so generous as to give us internships. And when we had the alum event at the end of the J-term experience, and I got to meet all the other alums in DC, it was amazing just getting to see that all these amazing, successful women all went here, and look at the things that we can do in such a short amount of time.
Other schools have internships, maybe with big companies, but not necessarily doing big things, and not necessarily doing the things that will prepare them for the job, or even let them know if that's the job that they want to do.
The things that I got to write and got to have a hand in went out to editors at places like the New York Times and Southern Living magazine, so things I wrote got to go out to important places.
Yeah, and I help out with some stocking options and some client's profile management, and yeah. So a little bit of everything. That's what I did, yeah.
I was able to go to confidential executive meetings, and I was able to help with upcoming events as well. And it was nice because you're not just sitting there doing busy work.
I got to work on archiving all the newsletters for the Supreme Court, which was called the docket sheet. And it was so cool. I got to learn so many things about the Supreme Court.
And then going and actually being in the corporate workforce and seeing how the corporate hierarchy works, and you know, how they communicate and how they don't communicate, it was definitely a really big, a great opportunity for me to see to get a taste of what corporate life is like.
And I did things that I never thought that I would do, or that I would be good at, or that I would even be interested in.
So it's not even just an internship experience, it's a life experience.
I really found out through this internship a lot about what I personally need in a job, and how important it is to have a job that matches up with your skill sets, like creativity and writing, and you know, all those things are very important. So I really gained a great appreciation for that through my internship.
I definitely think having this internship experience helped me know what career path I want to follow.
So I've learned so much about what I'm going to be doing in grad school, because I actually was applying to grad school when I was there in January, and like a lot of the things that I read on the syllabi that I was looking at were things I was learning in January, and I learned about a lot of the different types of databases that I was going to be learning about. I already had seen, so it's going to be so applicable. I already have used them. And so it's really jump-started my education for grad school.
That after I leave here from Hollins, it's a big world just waiting for me to do anything that I want. And as long as I try hard, something will happen, something good will happen. And so I learned most of all that I have flexibility, and being able to have that flexibility is so important in the workplace today. And so I'm really looking forward to getting out there and start swimming.